You know, I watched the video that Turning Point USA put together, and Tim Young pointed out when he was on earlier how daunting of a task was that for the people that work with Charlie Kirk every day. Moments ago, President Trump announced that they have a suspect with a high degree of certainty in custody. Ivey was watching a good part of the conversation. It's on Fox. In fact, he's still on Fox News. We've got it on one of the monitors over here. Ivey, good morning to you. Let's look at the news for a moment here. You were saying that you think he may have been turned in by some friends, but...
Yeah, based on what I heard in the conversation there with him on Fox and Friends, that they do have a suspect in custody, and that allegedly his friends turned him in. There is going to be a press conference here, I believe, in the next hour
so maybe
or
this
two.
is how this works. Because Mr. Trump said someone close to the alleged killer, that'd be a friend, went to the father. I assume that's the father of the killer, who in turn went to a U.S. Marshal. And the father convinced the son to turn himself in. Based on what I'm hearing, he said the father and son drove to the police headquarters, and he's there now. I don't know which police headquarters. I don't know what.
Right, and we don't even actually know if this is exactly accurate.
Right, and because Trump did say this is what I'm hearing. He said he heard it just before he walked out on Fox News. He has a lot of praise for the local police, the governor. Start off with knowing nothing, but it doesn't change the bottom line.
No.
Charlie Kirk was stolen from us. And his wife, his kids.
Well, and as I was processing all of this, and continue to, this isn't something that's just going to go away in a few days.
No.
Charlie Kirk was one of us, a Christian conservative man who stood up for his beliefs. That's what we do here every day. And so it hits really close to home. I am not a fascist. I am not a Nazi. I am not a bad person because I believe in traditional family values. I am not a bad person because I believe biological men should not play in women's sports. I was an athlete. That would enrage me if my place got taken, or my niece's place, or my daughter's place was taken by a biological man, because men are stronger than women, period. They're biologically different. I am not a bad person because I think that we should have law and order and security in this country, and that I should feel safe when I go outside. You can believe that every Christian conservative in this country yesterday or the day before when this happened, they don't feel safe. They feel like they have to go arm up and protect themselves from crazy lunatics. And how does it start? It starts with a label. It starts with an idea. It starts with the inception of an idea that other people are bad. And this is what Charlie Kirk actually stood against. To go and talk to people, to say, hey, we can have common ground, and I'm willing to listen to you. Even though you hate me, I'm willing to have a discussion. And I know that many people don't feel safe. They feel less safe today than they did before, but they also feel inspired, and I feel that there's a revival in this country, that young people are going to stand up and seek out the Lord and want to be more like Charlie Kirk. And whatever the plan was for this person, the exact opposite is going to happen. These young people, I have read literally hundreds of posts about young people who start to speak up and stand up for their beliefs. They feel emboldened to do so. And we have to nurture those young people and allow them the space to do that. Because I believe, like many people have said, this has created millions of Charlie Kirks. And I just I mean, and there are a lot of people out there who aren't particularly religious and aren't particularly political and who were on the left, who are now no longer Democrats, who are now speaking up and saying, you are wrong. People are speaking up for the first time there. I think people began to believe that they weren't afraid to wear a MAGA hat out. They weren't afraid to say, I love my country or I love my God. And now I think it's even more so. I think it's even more so, Steve.
I think Charlie Kirk is bigger in death than he was in life. It was almost instantaneous for a lot of these people who didn't know who he was.
And shame. I mean, what level of
We won't talk about
inhumanity?
We're not talking about them today. They'll get theirs. We're going to save that till Monday. I had all these clips from MSNBC and other places. I won't give them the platform.
Like I said,
today.
it started with a label.
That's right.
It started with calling the president a fascist, calling the president
calling
Hitler,
you a fascist, and
calling
me a fascist.
That. And then
and Nazi.
that creates this figure
This
of
vitriol.
this, that I am bad, that I am evil, that I am going to destroy.
I can assure you, folks, Ivey's not evil. I can vouch for that. Ivey.
And I think everyone
Thank
needs to stand up and say, we are not these things. Get your face out there. We are not these things.
We are good.
We are good. And you want to destroy everything that's good. There are people in this country that want to destroy everything that's good. And lie.
Love you.
Love you.